Hey folks, this is Wayne here for the Let's Play Get Gaming channel, and welcome to State of Decay Breakdown episode 2. This is episode 2 on my channel of the awesome Breakdown DLC pack from Undead Labs for State of Decay. Now, if you haven't gone out and bought State of Decay Breakdown already, go ahead and do it. Now, the only thing that you have missed, folks, is that I forgot to hit record. So I have got a few extra kills on the Bruiser before going and back into the gaff and thinking, shit, I forgot to hit record. So we are now at 80 out of 100. We need 100 kills before we can unlock Eli Wilkerson, the Bruiser survivor. We are still waiting for the mission for the RV to ping. We are waiting for a number of other things to ping as well. But we've got a lot of stuff to be getting on with because we don't know what hand the RV is going to be dealing us with. The RV could only need refueling, it could need disinfecting, it could need rebuilding completely. So we're going to get our kills up and we are going to head into our menu and equip Jacob Ritter with heavy weapons because he is going to be a heavy weapons expert. We will give him shove as his utility skill. And we've got some things going on around here as well. So we've got a scavenger, we'll do that mission. We've got a Z hunt. And we also have apparently some hinges for the medical area if we want to do up our medical area. Now that is more important than some random scavenger. So, if you guys tuned into episode 1, you know that we actually did get quite a lot done, to be honest. For a first episode standard, we got a hell of a lot done. We recruited Jacob Ritter, a hero character. We recruited Sergeant Erik Tan, a hero character. Boom, eat door. And we also laid the foundations of the future of this series. That's always a good thing to do. So we're looking for some hinges to build our medical facility now. But in order to do so, we've got to start foraging for items. And we get our kills in along the way as well. And we're also looking for fuel, so let's search this fuel box. One fuel! Now you guys will have to bear with me if my voice goes off at some point, so that's due to me having a cold and playing with a cold. The things that I do for you guys. So we've got the hinges for the medical lab, we'll take that. We'll just forage everything because any extra influence is useful at this point in the game, folks. For Breakdown Level 2, I will show you some flawless tips that will aid you in from Breakdown Level 1 into Breakdown Level 2. And these tips can be repeated going into Breakdown Level 3, 4 and 5 and so on. Basically, this series is going to be a let's play for me. It's going to be an experience for me, but it's going to be educational and fun for you guys as well, I hope. So, yeah, I'm doing this as much for you guys as I am for myself. So this series, I aim to be educational, I aim for it to be fun. So we will see how it gets on. This is going to be infinite survival, folks. That's what State of Decay Breakdown is. It is infinite, there's no end. And if you guys saw my correspondence on Twitter with Undead Labs, they even confirmed in a comment aimed towards me at LetsPlayCat that this series goes on forever until the number ends, and the number doesn't end. So it is literally infinite survival. So that's something to look forward to, my friends. This just gets harder and harder and more difficult until it's pretty much impossible to survive. So for someone like me who found the first State of Decay a little bit too easy, and a lot of you guys who subscribe to me as well, you guys found it too easy. Well, this is for us. This literally is a community creation. We told them what we wanted on the forums, they gave it us. Fair play to Undead Labs. Please go out and buy State of Decay Breakdown. If you do play it and you have recording equipment set up, send me the links to your breakdown footage and I will promote it in my own videos and video descriptions, my friends. We need to stick together as a breakdown family. So we're already level 5 fighting just from training with Jacob Ritter and trying to level up and get the Bruiser challenge completed. And I think we are very close now. We literally are one kill away from unlocking Eli Wilkerson, Jacob's secret lover from the State of Decay storyline. So we've just unlocked the Bruiser. We're going to wait for that mission to ping, and we are going to go ahead and do that now and rescue Eli Wilkerson and bring him home. Bring him home where he belongs, with Jacob. So let's go on the road again.
A call from a survivor. They really sound like they know what they're doing.
Let's wait for this to ping.
Want to go bring them in? We can use another good person around here.
Right, so they've pinged relatively close to home, which is good for me. I'm not complaining about that.
Okay, I'm headed your way.
So Eli Wilkerson, folks, starts out with max fighting and max heavy weapons. And if you were a fan of the original, the main State of Decay storyline game, it will be very amusing when you see what weapon he's wielding. For a State of Decay nerd like me, I had a little giggle fit when I first saw his weapon. Let's see. Yes, my friends, that is indeed a big-ass wrench. Hi, Eli. So we've got Jacob and Eli together. Eat my wall. Eat me. Eat Eli's big wrench. Boom. So we've got Eli. You should join us, Eli, before any more Zeds interrupt us. So we're going to pop back in the car, take Eli home, and there's our first 3 heroes recruited, my friends. And as I said in the last episode, if you watch that, Jacob Ritter, Eli Wilkerson, and Sgt. Erik Tan, the 3 that stay with me a long, long time.
Thanks. We got it from here.
So this is another new feature, folks. Neighbours will periodically visit your home camp and tell you that they want a mission complete and they want some help with the mission. In this instance, I believe it to be an infestation mission. Yeah. So we got Jacob Ritter, got things rolling again. We got Eli Wilkerson, my friends, industrial wrench, giant wrench made by the Big Ass Wrench Company, McMillanville, USA. He starts out with max fighting and max heavy weapons. Cannot argue with that. So we've got Jacob set up to heavy weapons, so we may as well start depositing all these things that he's just foraged. We'll deposit everything for now, because Jacob's tired. In fact, I could have kept his rucksack on, that was silly of me. We'll keep that. We'll give him a heavy weapon if we've got one. We got anything good? No, pretty much just a hockey stick. That'll do for now. We'll switch it to Tan, who also needs training. Whereas we don't really need to switch out to Eli now because he doesn't need training. He's maxing everything except cardio. So we will give Tan tire iron a blunt weapon for now. If you guys watch my previous series, you know that I am a fanatic of the powerhouse and heavy weapons setup. So that's the setup that we will do for most of our characters, to be honest. We're going to clear out this infestation now because it helps us as well. Stops our characters going missing. We don't want any survivors going missing when we're about to leave on the RV. And also it kills some time from now between the time that we get the RV. So we're going to start looking about for that in a little while as well, but we've still got things to do. Eat my tire iron. Where's our vehicle? Vehicle. We need a vehicle. Here it is. I shall get a new car, and you shall be grateful of my beautiful presence. And you, sir, get in my vehicle. Right, so now we've got a couple more survivors. We are... Oh, there we go. Nice.
There's a broken down RV just outside of town. Looks like somebody just left it there. It's in way better shape than most of the other big vehicles that are laying around. If we can fix it up, it might be our ticket out of here.
Excellent. So that's exactly what we wanted, folks. Lily's just pinged the mission for the RV. I don't like to stick around very long in Breakdown Level 1 because it's quite pointless in doing so. You don't really get anything for doing it, so... We've just found some neighbours as well, which are in an area that I was going to set up originally as a...
Go around.
As an outpost, so... Oh, the infestation's in the other building. Well, it looked like this building. Give me a break, folks. So it's in the little shed. So let's break in. We've got some survivors knocking about in here as well for some reason. What is she doing? So we're just going to go ahead and kill things now. It all counts as fighting levels. Hopefully that's some construction supplies as well. We're going to clear out this infestation. We're going to steal those supplies and we're going to go and get our RV. And we're going to find out what the RV needs.
We got this place locked down.
So let's search this. Oh, it's another mission. So I believe this to be a scavenger mission. Let's check. We'll take these.
I'll run this home.
We'll call for scavengers. We'll take the cutting machine blade. Jeez, I've never seen a level 5 edged weapon before. Hell yeah, pretty sweet. Never seen that before, so not complaining. We will eat that snacks. We're going to get a run on. This is a scavenger mission. Oh, an armoured Z mission, so I won't bother with that. We're going to get a sprint on now, get back to our vehicle. And we now need to go and get the RV, so the RV's up here. So we're going to get our first vehicle on the move. There's a cop car here, which is even better. So what I'm going to do is abandon ship, gents. And we will steal this one, and we will get a move on. Probably piss off some Zeds along the way, like so. Boom, boom, beep, beep, beep. Eat my sirens. And then we are going to go and find the RV. We're going to locate the RV, find out what's wrong with it. We're going to fix it up, and then we're going to get the hell out of here. Because I don't like to stick around on level 1. Now that I've done everything that I need to do, which is basically just rescuing Eli, Jacob, and Sgt. Tan. Level 2 is a little bit difficult, a little bit more difficult, but it's really nothing that difficult that it's worth sticking around and training on level 1 for. As long as you are well on your way to being maxed out in fighting, you will not have a problem with level 2, as you guys will see shortly. Hopefully in this episode, actually, it depends what's wrong with the RV, because if we've got to get 25 fuel, that's going to take a while. What's Lily up to? 7 minutes for new survivors. Sgt. Tan hasn't had his focus aim set yet. That's because it depends, really. Focus aim's only really good for getting the shooting skills done, such as killing 50 survivors with assault rifles and the headshots, more importantly, once you're at level 4 breakdown.
How does it look? Never mind, I'll check your journal when you get home. I'm sure it will be full of useful info.
Right, so we found the RV. Let's see what's wrong with it.
We're there. You give me a few more minutes?
Repair the RV engine. It only needs construction supplies. Excellent. Oh, is that fuel as well? So it needs 5 fuel and 20 construction supplies. Luckily, construction supplies are pretty easy to get. I think we found some in that building just now. So I'm going to take these home. And hopefully we'll have the RV fixed up in no time at all, my friends. Let's drop these supplies off at home first. And we'll get some more construction supplies and get this show on the road. We should hopefully be in Breakdown level 2 before the end of this episode. Eat my door? In advance, my friend. You shall definitely eat my door. Siren, siren. Annoy, annoy, annoy. Right, how far are we? We've still got quite a ways to go. That RV's positioned in a really awkward location.
I guess it was too much to hope that we'd find a working RV. There's something wrong with the engine.
No shit, lady. Way ahead.
Maybe we can fix it if we hammer on it for a while? What do you think?
I think that you're panicking too much, Lily. We got this. Bro, Ella. We got it. This isn't a problem, folks. I recommend just getting the survivors that you need via level 1, which in my instance, in my case, it is just Eli, Jacob and Sgt. Tan. And then get well on your way with level 2. Forage what you can along the way and then get gone.
We'll crack open a cold one for you.
There's no point settling your home down for level 1. It's too easy. It's basically just the main game.
There you go.
So I got 15 construction supplies. We got. Did I send somebody on
I don't know
a
how long
run?
our friends can hold out.
Yeah. So we sent somebody on a run there. So they're doing that. We may as well go and find some. We're probably going to be back before that guy. So there is another usual construction site around here. Not a construction site, but it's still. There's usually construction supplies in there. So we'll go ahead and do that now. Then we'll hopefully stock up on snacks and things before we leave. Here we are, the diner, an abandoned diner that's breaking there. Please be construction supplies. Oh yeah, so hopefully there's something in here. Which there is, so we'll take that.
Sit tight.
We'll take the nail puller.
We'll see you soon.
We need 20 to repair the RV. So we've got easily 20 here. This should be 30, to be honest, folks. So we're doing pretty sweet already. Almost at level 2.
How's it going?
Can't complain.
Lots of Zeds right behind me.
We'll abandon ship. In we go. Drop off this rucksack. And then we'll start foraging for supplies in the last 10 minutes before we leave.
There you go.
Nice. So
Don't
we're
say
at
I never
30
gave you
construction
anything.
supplies now. Repair the RV. Oh, it takes a half hour. So we're going to be here for quite some time.
You know, stuff.
Right, so we will move in the next one then in that case, but there's still plenty of time to start foraging for supplies now. We've already got a maxed edge weapon, we've sent off for more survivors. What challenges have we got to do in level 1, really? The cop, that's not really possible. Well, it is possible, but it's not really worth it until at least level 2 or level 3. The father, the dealer, the scholar, the killer. Nah. Basically, we've got the first 3. The 3 is what I would limit myself to, and you guys to, in Breakdown level 1 before you move on. Not really worth sticking around in Breakdown level 1. So we're just going to forage for any items that we can, and there is a very good reason for that.
Out there has changed.
And that is because, folks, when you head to Breakdown level 2, you have limited influence. Your influence is reduced back to nothing, basically. There is a way around that, and that's what I'm going to show you folks now.
I'll run this home.
The way around it is, if
am I
you
gonna
kit
carry
up
this?
all of your survivors with a full inventory, then you drop their things back in the supply locker. then you can pretty much get like 1,000 influence depending on how many survivors you have in your camp. And it gives you like a big head start in influence heading into your next level. And this is something that carries over throughout all the levels. So no matter what level you go, before you leave, spend all of your influence on getting things into your supply locker, out from your supply locker. For example, right now I could give Sgt. Tan all of these guns. He would have them heading over into Breakdown Level 2. I would simply switch out to Tan and put those items back in the supply locker. It's that simple. And you get the influence for it by default. So what I'm going to do is take a preemptive strike in that department and head to the gun store, which is strategically next to the Kirkman residence. I'm going to head in here. Might as well get a few kills in before we head in. Saves these guys pissing us off. Knees to faces. Eat Sgt. Tan's army knee. I'm going to break in. Kill this bitch. Shut the door. Wait for him. Pop open the door. Boom. Roll. Kill. Gathered by Eli. Nice one, Eli. That guy's dead as well. So I'm going to head in now.
Sound pretty urgent. I don't know how long our friends can hold out.
Yep, Lily, we're not going to be here very long. So we're going to just take in everything possible, folks. We're going to search here. We've just made a loud noise, so we're expecting company. Doesn't really matter. We just want to get in what we can. Might as well kill this guy before he gets in. He's a little bro. So let's go out with a bang. There we go. That's how to kill a zombie. Right, I'm trapped now. Right, in we pop again. That's done. Another little friend here who hasn't noticed us. He's just interested in looting. So I'll just get behind him. Kill him. Eat my feet. Now we're going to get in, shut this door. And then we're going to keep foraging again, my friends. Basically, a gun shop is a great place to get extra influence in because there's so much shit going on in here. We're going to fully search this and set it as an outpost. Just so we can deposit things. Oh, kill you. Just so we can deposit things without having to go back home, even though home is next door. But it makes things a lot quicker. So I'm going to keep searching. Made a loud noise again. We don't have to worry about that. It gets us some extra fighting levels. A mace is a very good weapon to have. Grenade launcher ammo as well is perfect for later levels. So always good stuff. We can't establish it as an outpost because we got Zeds to kill.
This isn't safe.
Level 2 wits for Sgt. Tan. Not bad. We're going to break out. Kill these bastards. Hopefully get a fighting level sometime soon as well. We're due one, to be honest, so can't see why we wouldn't. Die! Eat my nail thing. Unable to contact any new survivors. That doesn't really matter at this point. We'll focus on new survivors in round 2, at which point we can unlock many better survivors anyway. So we can establish this as an outpost now, which we're going to do. Supply locker should spawn here.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Tell the gang we're building an outpost here.
Nope, supply locker hasn't spawned there. It's here now. Right, fine. So we're going to drop off all this stuff now. Drop. We'll keep that one equipped for now, just so we don't have to take it out again later. Take out all this stuff. Stuff everywhere. We will break that open.
Where the hell am I going to carry this?
Drop these back off, then we'll take the other one home. Once again, folks, I think I commented on this earlier. Some things that you leave in your supply locker do carry over. The majority of it does, I've found out from my experience. But a lot of it, some of it does vanish as well. So it's good to be prepared for that.
I'm bringing this stuff home.
Just keep in your inventory what you want, what you know that you are going to need. But a lot of the stuff you don't really have to worry about. Ammunition and stuff respawns in the new map anyway, so just don't worry about it. Take what you want in your inventory. Don't forget to stockpile things in your inventory in time for moving, just so you can get a boost in influence. You guys will see in the next episode when we do move exactly what I mean anyway, so don't worry, I will show you everything. If you want me to break down, then this is your go-to guide in its own way. Everything I'm doing now is all working towards building up a flawless run in this game, folks. Trust me on this one. I haven't failed you yet, my friends. So we're already level 6 fighting for Sergeant Erik Tan, which is perfect because the more people we can get to level 7 fighting before level 2 onwards is brilliant.
I'm almost home.
And Tan is already nearly maxed out. Level 7 is the maximum if this is your first time playing State of Decay. As you can tell, this isn't my first time playing State of Decay. I fucking love this game. So we're going to drop these supplies in here. Our influence is huge, so that's always handy.
Don't say I never gave you anything.
He's tired, so 3, 4, 5. We'll switch out to Jacob just so I can get him a few extra levels before we move on. He's got a hockey stick, so we'll take out 3 of them, and we'll take out 2 meds. 3 meds actually. He's got a heavy weapon, which is alright, so hopefully we can find a better heavy weapon for Jacob before long. There is another construction site that we can check out. Where's the church? Here. Construction sites are usually great places to find things such as choppers and axes, and basically the high level heavy weapons. So that's what we're going to go and look for now before we end this episode. We've got an Armoured Z mission. We haven't got to worry, folks. I'm probably not going to take all of these survivors in the camp with us anyway. Probably just Jacob and Eli, Lily obviously, unfortunately, and Sergeant Tan, unless any of these have got useful extra skills that we can carry over and use in the next mission, next level, sorry. So I'm going to search here.
Good, right?
Vice acquired.
I mean, it doesn't suck.
We'll take these.
Sit tight.
Doesn't really matter. Let's break this open, actually.
Roger that. We'll be
So we've got a rebar, which is a blunt weapon. Unfortunately, no heavy weapons from here. Still got a chance, though, folks.
Okay. Looks like there were no zombies around.
No, we'll break it open anyway. We'll take all these. We'll take them with us. Usually a good way to start off Breakdown Level 2 onwards is by having these in your inventory, or at least in your supply locker, available at your RV when it breaks down. That is because there's usually an abundance of zombies in the area, so you want to get your heads together, get them screwed on, folks, and you want your inventory ready to tackle the hordes, which at later levels does include things such as juggernauts and ferals and all these other things that you don't really want to play with. So, what have we got here? Tire iron, which is a blunt weapon, and a cutting machine blade. We'll take another one of them. Hopefully we can find a heavy weapon. No, pipe bender, blunt weapon, 44 cals. Not really anything special here, folks. Anything here? No, fuel again. Break that open, we'll take a few more of them.
Where the hell am I going to carry this?
And that's our inventory full, so we're going to head back home again, get in our vehicle. And we shall drop all this stuff off at home, keep our influence growing strong, my friends. Just so we can get our influence back quick smart in episode 2, 3. In Breakdown Level 2, of course. Which is very, very, very close. I'm just hoping that we can find a decent heavy weapon for Jacob in time for them.
Open a cold one for you.
Hey, thanks, Lily.
Bingo.
So I'm going to drop this off.
Found this while I was out.
Drop all this stuff off, which is going to come in handy. Drop that. Now, what needs leveling up? Oh, it must have done it. Right, so Vice delivered? Yes, it has indeed delivered. So we're at 23 minutes, folks, so that seems as good time as any to end this one, and we'll carry on in the next one. The next one we will be moving over. We only have 20 minutes to go until we move, so when we start Breakdown episode 4, sorry, we should essentially be on Breakdown Level 2. So, hell yeah, let's get this going on. I will see you in Level 3, folks. I hope you are finding this educational, fun, and obviously chaotic as always with this channel. So, thank you once again for 2 million views, 10,000 plus subscribers, and for all of your support over this past year. I only do this for you guys, and I have upgraded to an Elgato gameplay device just so I can give you guys State of Decay Breakdown in full high definition. So please go out and buy State of Decay Breakdown. It's available for $6.99 on the Xbox Live Marketplace and on the Steam Marketplace. And if you do buy it and you have a recording software, hardware as well, then please let me know. Record yourself playing Breakdown. Record yourself doing a challenge series. Anything to do with State of Decay. Send it me and I will promote your links in my video descriptions, my friend. We, as a channel, are all about a community. And the community, leave a comment below. I always say it, folks, but it really means a lot to me that when we chat in the comments. So let's get this series, let's make it successful, and let's collaborate. By all means, collaborate. Please buy this game, record yourselves playing it, and we shall indeed collaborate, my friends. Thank you very much, and I shall see you in episode 3 when we get ready to move into State of Decay Breakdown Level 2. See you, folks. Goodbye.